Young and the Restless Early Edition spoilers. Sharon and Nick face worst nightmare. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Young and the Restless Early Weekly Spoilers. Sharon Newman and Nick Newman face a crisis. Coming up on YNR next week, Sharon Newman and her ex-husband, Nick Newman, are in the hospital looking distraught. Then, they run into Daniel Romalotti and Heather Stevens, who are surprised to see them. Nick is shocked to hear Daniel and Heather's daughter, Lucy Romalotti, was in a car accident. Coming up on YNR next week, Sharon Newman and her ex-husband, Nick Newman, are in the hospital looking distraught. Then, they run into Daniel Romalotti and Heather Stevens, who are surprised to see them. Nick is shocked to hear Daniel and Heather's daughter, Lucy Romalotti, was in a car accident. Daniel asks what they are doing there and Sharon simply responds, Faith. Indeed, Daniel is stunned to hear that Faith Newman and Lucy were together in the car. Last we saw the girls, Faith gave Lucy a ride home after catching her drinking again. Then, on the way home, Lucy started throwing up and Faith lost control of the car when she tried to help her on Young and the Restless. Now, both of them are unconscious and their parents are frantic. YNR Weekly Spoilers. Victor stuns Kyle. As Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, and Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, wait anxiously with Heather Stevens, Vale Bloom, and Daniel Romalotti, Michael Graziadei, more drama erupts. Victor Newman, Eric Braden, has drinks with Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, at the Genoa City Athletic Club bar. He tells Kyle he thinks it's time for his granddaughter, Claire Grace Howard Newman, Haley Aaron, to make a change. He says Kyle should start looking for a replacement for Claire as his nanny. Kyle can't believe what he's hearing and asks Victor if he is asking him to fire Claire. Indeed, it looks like that's exactly what the mustache wants. Young and the Restless Early Edition spoilers. Adam's lies catch up with him. Elsewhere, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, is furious when Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, shows up at his place drunk and aggressive. Adam is still lying about his night with Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan. He's trying to keep it from his girlfriend, Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope. However, Chelsea already told Billy the truth while Adam was getting deeper into his lies. So, this week on Young and the Restless, Billy confronts Adam. He says Chelsea told him the truth and had the courage to be honest with him, but Adam doesn't have any courage. Adam tells Billy he's drunk and needs to leave and sleep it off. But Sally appears behind him and asks him to stay. No doubt, she wants to hear what Billy has to say. YNR is intense next week. Tune in to see if this latest tragedy brings Sharon Newman closer to Nick Newman on the CBS daytime drama. Wealth and power? Is this a message to Victor? Or is something darker at play, perhaps a long-held grudge finally surfacing? A figure from the past emerges. A name once buried in scandal suddenly re-enters the frame, and with it comes a wave of implications. Could this person have a hand in Faith's disappearance? Has revenge finally caught up with the Newman family? Meanwhile, an anonymous message arrives. Cryptic, chilling, and unmistakably personal, it throws everything into doubt. The note offers no demand, no ransom, only a warning. The past is not done with them. And this time, it wants payment. Sharon and Nick, unity under fire. Despite the agony, something profound begins to happen between Sharon and Nick. Old barriers crumble. Unspoken resentments begin to dissipate, replaced by a shared desperation that reignites their core connection. Not as lovers, but as parents. Together, they begin to retrace Faith's final steps. They delve into her recent life, her friends, her secrets, her online activity. What they find unnerves them: a hidden second phone, encrypted messages, a secret rendezvous. Faith, it turns out, may have been in over her head. The more they uncover, the more they are forced to confront the uncomfortable truth: their daughter was keeping something from them. The question is, was it a harmless teenage rebellion or a pathway into something far more dangerous, the secret they swore to bury? A mysterious figure from Sharon's past arrives in Genoa City. She carries with her knowledge of a long-buried secret, a truth Sharon and Nick once swore to keep hidden to protect their family. This secret, dangerous and deeply personal, could not only compromise the investigation but also destroy the trust that's been rekindled between them. Faced with an impossible choice: confess and risk everything, or continue to lie and hope the truth never surfaces, Sharon and Nick are torn. The stakes are no longer just about finding Faith. They're about keeping their world from collapsing entirely. The pressure intensifies. The police, despite their efforts, make little headway. The community begins to speculate. Fingers point. The media swarms. And through it all, Sharon and Nick must stand united, or lose not only their daughter but themselves. The revelation that changes everything. When the truth finally breaks, it shatters the careful reality Sharon and Nick have tried to maintain. Faith had been in contact with someone dangerous, someone who had once crossed paths with the Newman family, someone who had not forgotten or forgiven. Young and the restless early edition spoilers, Sharon and Nick face worst nightmare. In the heart of Genoa City, where love and betrayal dance hand in hand, an emotional storm brews for two of its most iconic residents. Sharon Newman and Nick Newman, forever entangled in a web of passion, pain, and destiny, are about to face the most harrowing test of their enduring bond. The week ahead plunges the former soulmates into a dark chapter, one that may upend everything they thought they had rebuilt. For years, Sharon and Nick have navigated turbulent waters. From infidelities and tragic losses to unexpected reunions and tender moments of healing, their connection has always run deep, though rarely smooth. Despite moving on to other relationships and lives, an unspoken tether has kept them drawn to each other like gravity itself. But that gravity may now collapse under the weight of a crisis neither saw coming. A sudden disappearance rocks the Newmans. The calm of Genoa City is shattered in an instant. In what begins as an ordinary day, the Newmans are jolted into chaos when their daughter Faith suddenly vanishes. Sharon and Nick, already emotionally stretched from recent personal upheavals, find themselves united once again, but not by love. This time, they are bound by panic, fear, and the devastating uncertainty of a child gone missing. Faith's sudden disappearance sets off a frantic chain reaction. The Newman estate, usually a fortress of influence and control, becomes ground zero for desperate searches and whispered speculations. Security footage reveals little. Her phone goes dark. Her friends are clueless. And as each hour ticks by, dread thickens. Sharon, already battling the lingering scars of past trauma, finds herself spiraling. Memories of past losses resurface, flooding her mind with worst-case scenarios. Her carefully maintained composure begins to unravel. Every corner of the city seems to echo with reminders of the daughter who is no longer there. Nick, driven by instinct and guilt, throws himself into the search. Long repressed emotions bubble to the surface, rage at his own past choices, helplessness in the face of something he cannot control, and fear that he may once again lose someone he loves. The veneer of calm confidence cracks as the gravity of the situation becomes inescapable. The ghosts of the past come calling. While the Newman family mobilizes, old wounds rip open. Sharon's history with mental illness becomes a whispered topic among some of Genoa City's more judgmental elite, raising questions about her stability. Meanwhile, Nick finds himself revisiting past decisions, his split from Sharon, the secrets they kept, the times they let pride win over love. Both are haunted by the choices that led them to this moment.